Ladies and gentlemen, IntelliJ and AI Chat. How to get started, what can it do? And the short story is that it can do a lot. So how to actually use it with IntelliJ. You can be wherever you are in the code. You can just mark all of your code, and you can right click, and then you have something called AI actions right here. And there are a lot of stuff right here, so it can be a bit of lot. Can be a lot to overview in the beginning. If you don't know how to get started with it, then find the AI chat in the left side, in the right side of your application. There's something called they have the AI free tier that you can start using, and that is available in the IntelliJ at the Ultimate version. In the community edition, it is not available per default there, as far as I can read. But I have the license installed, so that is why I have access to all of it. But try to see how far you can get with the free tier. And the way to do that is there are 3 dots in the top right here. If you're in any doubt on how to get started with it and how to discover all of the features, then you press Discover Features. Discover Features. And here I have all of the features. And let me just go through some of it so you can actually see it. If I mark all of my code like this, then I can press right click, and then I can say explain the code. Then I'll get a good explanation of what the code does. It is thinking right now. I have also connected my Codex. I had a Codex subscription already, so I have connected that to my account as well. So I actually get Codex responses. But yeah, you can also use GPT Mini, which is, I think that's default actually, that you will get GPT-5.4 Mini. And it gives some really good answers. Also, it's a bit faster than the Mini one also, so that's a good thing right there. But now it comes with an explanation of my REST controller, what does it do, and it actually also gives me good advice if there's something that I should have done, implemented in another way. in another way, then it also would also help with that. If I want to generate some code, then I can stand wherever I want to. Then I can just right click, I say AI actions, and then I can say generate code. Generate code. And I just write that I would like a post mapping so I can create a new plant. And then the AI just starts, and then we'll actually create a method like this. Here we have the post mapping, and then we can then save the planet in our Parquet service. Yes, accept all. Alt enter. Right now, this action is not right there. It's not available. Of course, I could also create the save planet if I want to. It is something called it's a Parquet file, which is a really large file. I don't want to do that right now. It was another demo that I was working on, so I'm just going to delete. Actually, just going to delete this part anyway. Just going to delete this part, and then we get the request body. That's the planet that we can store. We have it right there, and of course we'll just print out. So we'll say log.info, and again we can also tell the chat AI to actually fix the code. So now I made an error right there. We'll just say find problems. Then we should also solve it. Sometimes it's faster, of course, to do this yourself. This would, yeah. So right now I want to do a log info, and then saving a planet. That's correct. And then I did not want this code right here. So AI actions, find problems, and then we can also tell it to actually fix it. Code fragments. Yes, this is the one that you fix. And you can have multiple chats, and you can go back to your chats later on if you want to continue on a specific chat session or chat thread. So it should actually annotate with SL4J, but maybe it's not that smart. Or yes, it actually says that SL4J is needed. I know that I just need to add SL4J, so I'll do this in this situation right here. It's more like if you have more complex situation, then it can help with that part right there. I'll just return null. return, or the same maybe. I can just return the same planet. Like this. If you're annoyed that the chat AI starts writing some code for you and you don't like that, instead of pressing tab in this situation right here, then I can just press escape. That means that I don't want to do this code right here. Another thing is documentation. You just right click and then you say AI actions and then you say write documentation and it just writes the documentation. And it's actually not bad, the documentation. It's actually quite it's better than what most developers actually make. So okay, so that was right click, create code. We also explain code. We can also suggest refactoring. That means that if you have maybe you have some duplicated code in your like for I like this, create an iteration loop right here for I less than 100. And we will do some work right here. Yes, processing iteration. Then we'll just add this one right here. And instead of a planet, then we'll just be an integer. And its result equals 0. Result plus. So now we have something that we return. It's just some made up example, of course. So let's say that we had two of these methods right here. Duplicate, create planets again. Then we could actually, and again right now the post mappings are, that's also a problem. We should actually have added a new mapping which matched, so they're different. But what we're going to do now is we're going to right click and then we'll say please refactor this code right here, suggest refactorings. The whole Java file. So now it looks through the whole file, and then we'll actually say check if there's something that it could be refactored, so it's slightly smarter. And it's writing. We do a lot of weird stuff right here. We could do something else. Make a constant instead of just 100. What else could we do? Process planet save. I think it actually removed one of my post mappings. Create planet. That's actually also fine. So yes. Let us do that. Copy and paste this in. Let's see what happens now. So that was the suggestion that we got from AI Chat, from the AI Chat. Of course, this is one step less than actually using a real code agent like Codex Claude or the built-in Junior Pro from JetBrains. If you used one of those, then of course you would just prompt that, and then all of it will happen. With the chat AI, you feel a bit more in control with it, so that is the benefit of doing that. If I stand in the top right here, then I can actually tell it to create a test. Please generate a unit test. There was no test for this one right here. Customize test generation prompt to your need. Yes, got it. And now I'm interested in seeing if the assertions. So first of all, it uses mock ito, which I don't like that much, but it's of course it's better than nothing right here. So here we have mock ito. Boom, 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 boom. Then I would actually just specify don't use mock ito. Here we have a list of dummy. It still uses mock MVC, so we can also tell to do not use mock MVC. what I was interested in here was actually to see that whether it uses used as assert.j. Just look, it uses assert.j. How come it uses assert.j, Mike? You might ask right now. That's a very, very good question. How did it know that? So now it's using assert.j. It's not using Mockito, and of course I should tell it that. So if you go again to the Chat AI box right here, then press the three dots. Then you can go to settings. Under settings, there's something called something named prompts library, and there you can just press under the generate unit tests under Java. Then you can say use assert.j assertions, and here I can also say do not use Mockito or mock MVC if you don't like that. Another way to do this is also you can create, and you should actually create an agents.md file out in the root. So you should actually create an agents.md file out in the root, and that would also be looked at when the code generators are working. So what's the other stuff that we should do? Discover features. Let me just check. Complete code. We tried that. Generate commit messages. This is also really useful. So let me just close this one right here. So if I press Control K to commit my code like this, then I can now I have to type in a commit message, and of course I can just press the little, every time you see this little icon right here, the purple icon right here, then that's a Chat AI. So you just press there, and then it will actually generate there. Then we'll actually generate the command for us. Add ice cream service with test, upgrade dependencies. Yes. Commit and push, and we're actually happy. Push that code, and again we can go back and see if we actually went through all of the features right here. So I will go and look at discover features once again. Generate documentation, we tried that. Generate code from descriptions, yes, we also did that. Explain runtime errors. We did not try that one, but it's quite easy. Okay, let us try that actually. So then we will let me just show an example of that. So if we go to our test, so we'll just create a new test actually. So okay, we did not, so we need to accept all of the tests, all of the changes first, and now I'm creating a new test right here. I'll just delete all of the stuff, and here we say test exception. And here we will say int a equals to 10, something like that. Magic number equal to 10. And then we'll say if magic number equals to 10, then throw new runtime exception. Magic number is 10. So this is a runtime exception. So let me just run, and then we will see what happens. And then we should get the Chat AI to actually explain this exception when it appears. Of course, it's quite clear in the situation right here, but you might have something more convoluted. Maybe you would have something really difficult. So let us just see what we can find here. So here we got an error, and here we can say explain with AI. So we have the exception right here, and then we can say press explain with AI, and then we get a nice explanation. What was the error? What was the problem right here? And here it says blah 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 blah, and here we got the exception, and then it is thinking. It is now checking the code. It's now found all the relevant files. I always get impatient when I'm waiting for the AI, but it's not that it's slow. The failure is not coming from runtime application logic. The test suite contains a hard-coded runtime exception in test exceptions. So the suite is failing by design rather than exposing a real defect. I'm replacing that with a behavioral test against the controller. Should we just allow that? No, I do not allow that. This was just to see what actually was possible, so we'll just delete that again. let me just delete that one, and now we will go and check if we went through all of the features. Suggest refactorings, yes, we tried that. Suggest names is also really powerful. Find errors and suggest fixes, yes. Generate tests, we tried that one. Ask programming questions. There's actually you can actually convert it to another language. Let me just show that. And then after that, I'll show how to find new names. So let's say that I want to change a variable name, Shift F6. Then if I wait a little bit, then I get these suggestions right here with the purple icon again. And these are actually, these comes from the chat AI chat right here. And of course I can change it now to available planets. So now I've got a much better name that we all understand. Yeah, and of course if your context was a bit more production-like than or real world-like, of course, then it will take the context into consideration when it comes with these variables right here. Variable suggestions. Okay, so that was the variable suggestions. Let's say that now I just figured out that the planet controller, or let's take a smaller one actually. So I have a spaceship D2 right here. I would actually like to convert this into Python, just because we have a cloud function written in Python that needs exact same structure. I'm just making up an example right now. Then we would just right click and then we would say, where is the, I cannot find it. Let me just right click, AI actions, modify selected code. I would actually like to convert it into another language, and it is actually possible. I cannot find it right now. Let me just check right here. So is there something refactor? No. Convert to language. Yeah, we have something like this in AI assistant. Yes, okay. Then let's just say okay. So let's say that I make a new file right here, new Python file, my file. Yes, that's okay. So now we have my file.py. Then I paste Java code. And it asks, should we convert it into Python? Yes, please do that. Please do that. So now it has been converted into a Python class. Isn't that impressive? It's quite cool. Yes, it is. Is it awesome? Yes, you could say that actually. It is awesome. Thank you very much for all of your comments. Yeah, they mean a lot. So leave me a comment, and I hope to see you again very soon. And thank you for being who you are. Bye bye.